I am with Ciro, owner, founder of CJ's Tacos. Been in Austin for about 5 years now, and literally my favorite spot to eat birria tacos. I'm sure you guys already know that because I've been posting about them for years now. Literally, best birria tacos, best breakfast tacos, and one of the best places to hang out. So, CJ, thank you for sitting down and talking with me, brother.
Thank you to be here,
Yeah.
and appreciate your time.
Of course.
I appreciate your time. I know you're super busy, and you make time for us.
Of course,
to
of course.
come. I really appreciate
Of
that. I don't know how to tell you how much I appreciate that.
Well, that's why I want to do this again, because I do appreciate what the food you bring and just the smile you bring and the energy you bring. And, it's always a pleasure when I stop by and I see you and the family hanging out, talking. And, you guys love us as well, with my sons and everything.
Yes,
so that's one of the reasons why it's like I want to highlight the people who make the city what it is.
Yeah.
And it isn't just about the good food, right?
Yeah.
It's about the people who make that food. It's the faces behind the food. So that's why I want to put you on the spot today.
It's an important thing. Who is behind that?
Exactly.
So I've been here. I come here to Austin when I'm from Mexico, so I come here to Austin when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
Now I'm pretty old.
You don't look as good as 20.
I'm gonna be 50 this year.
Woo, my man.
50 this year.
There you go.
So it's like 35 years. So and I come
How long
here
you been cooking for?
For I would say like 34 years at least, 35 years. When I first came here, I was 15, and they don't want to give me a job because I was pretty young. So then and then I have my brother, and then my brother said, well, you have to wait until you turn 16. And that was 6 months. I was, no, I'd rather go back to Mexico and help my dad over there, work with my dad, and then, we see what happened. And then they gave me a job.
Yeah.
There was a place, there was a cafeteria, and they closed down a long time ago. They called Furr's Cafeteria.
I do remember that. Yeah.
So I started working there as a dishwasher.
Oh, wow.
At
16?
15.
At 15? Wow.
Yes, at 15. I started working there as a dishwasher, and then, I was doing, working, and they started moving me up, and then my brother, he was working at another cafeteria they used to call Wyatt's Cafeteria.
Okay.
So I went working there. I have 2 jobs, and then I have family, my wife, my kids, and all the stuff. So I had to have 2 jobs.
Oh man.
That was tough.
And how many kids at this time?
3 kids. My older son, he's already 31.
Wow.
31.
Wow.
My daughter, she's.
And if you ever visit CJ's, you'll see them there behind, throwing it up, helping people out. Yep.
Yes, it's one of our passions. So, and then I was tired to working like 2 jobs, and I was done saving money, and then I decided to go to Florida.
Oh, really?
That was a huge change.
Yeah.
And I started working over there with my brother-in-law.
How old were you when you did that?
I was like 21, and I started working with him on construction.
Okay.
Man, when I started working over there, I was like, what I did.
Yeah.
Why I come here? It's hard.
Yep.
But wherever I go, I really like doing my job.
Yeah.
So I stay over there only 1 year.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and my wife, she don't like it over there, so we come back here.
Texas, man, I'm telling you, it's the best.
Yes. So anyway, we come back here, and I go back to restaurant business. So I went to Trudy's. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yes, I know Trudy's. Yeah.
I worked there for 12 years.
Wow.
12 years I worked there.
As a cook?
I started as a prep cook.
Oh, a prep cook.
A
Okay.
cook. And then they moved me to be a line cook. A line cook, and they was liking my job, man. And then they offered me to be on charge of the kitchen.
Yeah.
I was, well, I'll do it. I'll do it. You know. And then they
Wow.
offered me to be a kitchen manager.
Wow.
I was all right. I'll do it. And I mean, they were liking my job.
Yep.
And then I remember this one time. I mean, that day, like the son of the owner, he come by and he say, "Hey, Ciro, I want to talk to you." I go, "So, I'm in trouble with." And then he said, "My dad sent me here to talk to you because he's been have a lot of problems. The one on Burnett and 183,
Okay.
and he needs your help." I said, "All right, I'll go over there." I mean, like always, I do it.
Yep.
I just do my job.
Exactly.
I go over there, shut up over there, and things are starting changing.
Yep.
And getting better.
Mm.
And he kept me over there.
No
I
way.
was all right, fine. And then he say, "I need you on a South Congress Cafe." I don't know if you heard about
I think I have
their
been there too.
restaurant. I mean, they already closed down, but there was they called South Congress Cafe. And I told him, I mean, I was honest, like, yeah, I go over there, but I don't have experience on because there was fine food. And he said, "Don't worry, I'll make sure you get it trained and everything."
Man.
I was there too, like for 2-3 years.
Okay.
And I learned a lot.
What were some of the things you were learning there that was different from the other?
Oh man, I mean, making pastas from scratch. I
Really?
mean, sauces from scratch. I mean, that was a great
Really?
food.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so that was different from what you're doing before?
Oh yes,
Okay.
because Trudy's there was a Tex-Mex.
Yeah, there you go.
Trudy's there was a Tex-Mex.
Yep.
So
So that's like in your blood. You're like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like you close my eyes. I know how to do this. Yeah.
So then, I mean, I went back to the kitchen of Trudy's, and I was when I was there, man. I mean, I was creating specials.
Really?
Oh my God. Oh my
No
God.
experience.
No
You didn't go to
experience.
culinary school.
Never.
You're a 15-year-old boy.
Yes.
Who came to Texas.
Yes.
Started working at 15.
Yeah.
And then just worked.
Yeah.
Hard work, over and over
work.
and over again.
Yes. And I mean, there I remember. I mean, they asked us to create a special. I mean, all right, a shrimp special. Oh my God, I remember that special, man. Oh my God. So I did that special, and that was with some of the other kitchen managers.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm the winner. So I'm the winner. I mean, there was like breaded on butterfly, jumbo shrimp with a panko. It was so good. I mean, so I come out when I was thinking. I mean, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I did it like green chili rice. That was a huge plate with those shrimp. And then I did it a grilled zucchini, marinade grilled zucchini, and then like 5 slices around and blah blah, and then I did it avocado mango pico de gallo. There was like a little spoon of top of each shrimp.
Pico de gallo.
Yes.
Damn, that sounds good.
Oh, that was actually sorry. That was a avocado mango pico de gallo. Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh my
Wow.
God.
And so, where did was this just like one? You saying, okay, I've learned this cooking from them, but also being like, hey, I know my flavors. I like food. I know what to do.
One of the things, I mean, the owner, he was always telling me, I mean, I say I never know a person like who has your palate there. How you tasting.
Wow.
food. I was
And where
like,
did you get the
"What?"
palate from? Like, were your parents, grandparents? Did anybody cook
I don't-
around you?
No,
Really?
nobody. And I still have it. I still had it. I mean, I still had it. And I'm other persons like, if I don't like something myself, why I gonna serve to my customers?
That's
You
a
know?
smart business thing.
Yes. So that's what I do. I mean, like I say, I create a lot of specials. Then I worked there for 2 years, and then I got to work for Chewy's restaurant. I worked there for 12 years too.
Wow.
I was on the team of the. I was a kitchen manager. So I worked there. That was on 97 at Chewy's as a dishwasher,
Wow.
and I worked there for 12 years, 2001. And then they start moving me up, be a prep cook and then line cook, and you know how those things work.
Yep, moving
you
up the
know?
ladder.
Yes. And then because I was having 2 jobs, Chewy's and Trudy's. And then whenever they offer me be a KM at Trudy's, I have to quit Chewy's.
Yeah.
Because I cannot have both jobs.
Yep.
All right, that's fine. So that's why I did that.
And better pay, more
Yes,
hours,
exactly.
stuff like that. Yep,
Yeah. So whenever when I quit Trudy's, I went back to Chewy's, and that company that was expanding. I mean, a lot.
Yep.
So and first they say if you want to be a kitchen manager, you have to move to Tennessee. I was no, I'm not moving. So if you have some spot to be a line cook, no matter for me.
Yeah.
So and then they give me a line cook position. I was that's fine.
Because you love what you do, right?
Yes.
This is my passion. Yep.
Exactly. And I was a line cook for 8 months. And then they gave me a kitchen manager.
Really? Well, so
Yes.
what led to that? Were they just like your food was good, and so they're just like, why
I
keep them in
mean,
the back?
what I was doing, my experience.
Yep.
I mean, my experience. I mean, that's like I mean, and that's why. And I remember there was a GM in there. He said, "Hey, Ciro, I'm gonna be watching your numbers."
Okay.
I said, "All right." I mean, you know, it's like food costs, labor. I said, "Okay." And then, man, I was on the Barton Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, "All right." And then I was beating him.
Wow.
I say, "Hey, what's up, John? Are you watching me? What I'm doing? You watching my numbers?"
Yeah. And you knew you were doing good.
Oh,
you knew it.
Oh, yeah, man. So and then also I was on the team of creating new specials for 100 restaurants. Wow. I mean, and I even and I didn't write it down all of it, but I even have a book on my truck where I was writing down all the recipes.
Wow.
Because I was a KM, but I was working.
Yeah.
It's what I like.
Yep.
Working side by side, showing people, teaching people how to do it. I mean, I'm not those person like I'm the boss. I'm gonna be sitting down over here. No, I hate that. I hate that. So, and sometimes I was on a hurry, like working on the line, prepping, and I have to do the salsa, and I was grabbing a piece of paper towel. And write it down on there, and then take a picture and send it to the office. Yeah, I mean that's why I don't have no more, but I still
the recipes are up here.
Yes, yes. So so anyway, I created a bunch of specials there too, and then after 12 years, I was like, I had to do something myself.
What brought that on? Like, was that something that? Were you seeing other people do stuff and you were just like, oh man, they're doing something? Or was it just like in yourself, you kind of felt ready to move on?
That was pretty much like more of myself. And also they moved me to San Marcos. It was kind of far. Man. I was like, nah. And then I was like, I better do something myself. And then I start thinking on a food truck.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking on the name. And then on the recipes, thinking on the recipes and other stuff. I was all right. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk, and I mean, what are gonna happen?
Where did that confidence come from? I feel like just even hearing you talk, it just seems like there's that confidence in you. Like from 15 leaving and thinking to yourself, no, I'm gonna get a job, and then moving on and being like, yeah, like it seems like you just have had this confidence to be taking these chances, these risks. Where do you feel like you got that from?
I mean, because I was like, first I was trusting myself. I know I can do this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people telling me.
Okay.
A lot of people telling me.
Your food's good. Hey, you're good.
You can do it. You can do it. Wow. All right. I'm going to try it. And man, and we're here. I mean, we're here. And also, before we opened CJ's, I was like, all right, it's only 3 things we need to focus.
Okay.
Only 3 things. No much more. Service, cleanliness, and quality.
Did you hear that? You hear that, people?
That's it. That's it.
And it's that easy.
It's only 3 easy things. I mean,
but
sounds easy.
But it's hard when you don't have the passion for it, right?
Exactly.
If it's just another job, another paycheck, another thing,
no.
It's not gonna feel the same.
Yeah.
But when you have a love and a passion for it, you take those 3 things that are at times hard and they become easy, right? Like even how you said that risk.
Exactly.
Taking the risk seems scary, but when you know yourself, you believe yourself, and how you said, I love that you said just hearing other people, right? Because I think sometimes I do this a lot. Like people tell me, right? Oh, your photos are good, or this is good, or that's good, and I'm like, oh, but you're just saying that to be nice, right? But sometimes we need to believe what people say about us, so that could help build our confidence to be taking that next step and try that new thing. And that's exactly what you did.
Yeah. And then when I started on the first one on the Burleson Road, I mean, at first it was kind of slow and blah, blah. I always go back outside and talk to the customers. Hey, what you think? Or tell me, be honest. I don't want to feel bad. No, be honest. It's how I started doing over there, talking to every single customers because I have the time.
Yeah.
And over there, I mean, it's like, all right, we're gonna open this and we're gonna bring the food to the customers because it's a little area.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring it to the table. I wanna be different.
Yep.
I wanna be different.
Yep.
I mean, I don't wanna be the same.
And it's those little things that separate you from other people, right? It's taking the next step to say, okay, we can keep it like this, or we can do this, and that's going to separate us from the other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what always on my mind. I mean, on my mind. I want to be a little different. And like I say, it's service, quality, and cleanliness.
So what would you say was like one of the most difficult things you've had to endure in the starting of your business, especially just because a lot of people who watch this and who I talk to are entrepreneurs starting their own business. A lot of them want to do food and coffee and all this kind of stuff. What would you say was like the most difficult thing or that trial and that, or what was a failure that you had to go through that made you be like, okay, this is hard, but I know if I get through this, we can do it?
Yeah. I mean, that was the first step.
Yeah.
The first step. The first step.
Yeah.
And making the decision.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to making the decision.
Wow.
But that was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean.
But once you made the decision, you're all in. You were like, this is
and
what we're doing.
Get there. I mean, I was working 14, 16 hours a day. I mean, all day long.
And so, even something you said earlier, just like being open to the criticism of your customers, like walking out and telling them, be honest with me, let me know what you think about my food, this and that. I think that's another thing that a lot of people especially when you've reached, right? You at this point, how long have you been cooking for?
For 35
years. And you're
years
still open
only.
to hearing other
Yeah.
people's criticism about your food.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
That is so good, because I think so many times people think, oh, well, I've reached, right? I own my own business, or I have this position, I have this title.
Yeah.
So then I've arrived.
Yeah.
I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. But the humility you have to say, even though I think it's good, I want to hear what other people think, because I'm not making food for me.
Exactly.
I'm making food for my customers.
Which is the ones that pay us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're working for them.
Exactly.
If it were without customers, we don't be here.
How many businesses, right? I'm just thinking of a lot of businesses I worked for that put themselves before the customer, right? Like there's a lot of businesses I used to work for that, I'm not going to name the coffee shop, but there's one coffee shop specifically that I was brought into because I used to do coffee roasting, so they wanted me to revamp their entire coffee menu. And I was like, oh, we need to bring in Ethiopian beans and Sumatra beans and this bean. And the owner was like, I only like Latin American beans and this style of beans, and that's it. And I'm like, but your customers are coming from all over the place. Yeah. Austin has such a wide variety of palate, and you're only going to serve this one. It's like, that's what I like, so that's what we serve. And I'm like, to the audacity to say it's about me, not about my customer. I wasn't there forever. I left that pretty quickly, because I'm like you, right? It's to me, people are the most important part of life.
Exactly.
And because they're around all the time, right? Yeah. So if you are not catering yourself to people, then how can you succeed in life, right? Because people are what you're gonna have to deal with all the time.
I mean, I think those people, they only think about them. I mean, the owner. I mean, I feel like they're lucky.
Yeah.
If they don't care about the customers, I mean, they're lucky. I mean, like I say, I mean, I'm here all the time. Yep. I mean, all the time we open, I'm here. I mean, and I went like, if in the future, if I'm start getting more business, I don't feel good. Like, I had to have somebody, like, I trust them, like 200%.
Wow.
They're gonna do the same I do.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find somebody like that.
And it's hard to give up the reins sometimes, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was like, if one day that happened, I have to be here around. Because I don't wanna hear bad things.
Exactly. Because it's your reputation at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Right? At the end of the day, it's no matter what, your name is on the truck.
Yes.
And so to you, you're like, I'm accountable because I'm the one who started this, right?
Yeah.
So how would you say, especially, we live in the day of social media, right? Social media is everything. So how do you feel like social media has helped you in your business?
I mean, I think that helps.
Yep.
That helps a lot because right now on these days, on these days, the business, social media. Yep. I mean, social media,
especially food,
especially food, man. And I mean, a lot of the times. You have to find a good spot. A good spot. I mean, I like this spot. I mean, but here one of the things, and it's a lot of everybody pretty much. I mean, it's the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, boom, it's nothing. If on the weekends it's great. We have to be running.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. I've been on here on those days.
We have to be running. You know. And but
that's how you stay so fit.
If we busy. We do our best to serve the same food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
quality does not go down no matter how busy you are.
It's not like we're busy, you serve it like that. No, because then, let's say you come in as a customer, we're super busy, and we serve pretty bad tacos, and then because you're the one gonna be promoting.
Yep.
So if you're getting with your friends, your family, go to this spot. I mean, they serve a really good tacos and blah 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 blah. Maybe not everybody came, but if you from 10 people, you tell them, maybe one came. their people, they're gonna go tell.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
so
Yep.
it's all about
Yeah.
us, about people.
Yeah.
Doing. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go to a restaurant or whatever, go there.
You're taking selfies with the food.
Yeah, go there. If I don't like it,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't go there. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Wow.
I mean, sorry, but it's
So then, you know, because you have 2 locations, right?
yes.
2 locations. So what is the big plan overall? Would you ever want to do a restaurant? Would you ever, do
man.
you like the food truck?
I like the restaurant, and I know I can do it. I can do a restaurant, and on my mind, it's like I'm gonna see a line waiting or a long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know what I can do.
Yeah.
The only reason stopped me to be in a restaurant, to open a restaurant, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. Then you have to hire some people
Yeah.
because it's, I mean, you
And
can
good people
run
are
it,
hard to find.
especially on these days, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
It's also one of the reasons too. I gave up on the companies I was working with because people. I mean, it's like, oh man, it's like I can come to work because I'm sick. My finger hurt, and then later on I find out they was on the club last night.
Yep. Yep. Or during COVID, everybody was just like, "Oh,
Exactly.
I got COVID,
Yeah.
I got COVID, I can't come in." Right? And
Yes.
it's like, hey, why,
and I
then
was-
why are you out doing something else?
And I was there. I was there when that happened. I was like,
Wow. Yeah.
and it's one of the reasons. But I was like, oh man, but I feel so confident that I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and that's the thing about, the hospitality industry is it should be hospitable. And that's why finding good people is so important.
Yes.
Because if you invite people over to your house, right, you're going to do your best to entertain, to welcome them, to give them good food, good drink, good environment. And you want to produce that same feeling in a restaurant. But how you said, when you're dependent on 5, 10 other people to do it, and maybe they're not having the best day.
Yeah.
And I think that was always the difficult part for me sometimes too, is just like, I know I can perform, but I don't know if you can. So that's where, it's scary because at the end of the day, it's your reputation on it, right? And so being in the position where you can, go through both locations, or it's not something too crazy, your kids can handle it. Like, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, man. But being a restaurant is that. That thing. It's like.
So would you want to stick with the Mexican style food?
I want to stay. I mean, and maybe in the future keep it open more. I mean, but I have to find the right people.
Exactly. So,
You know.
what is Birria Tacos, and why did you choose that to be like such a center focus of your meal?
The birria, I mean, it's beef, which is beef. I mean, and we use brisket for us. I mean, we use brisket, premium brisket. Wow. I mean, it's high quality. And a lot of the things is like, I mean, this is spice. It's like 20 spices in there and all this stuff. But I mean, but it's like also you have to do with your heart.
Yep.
I mean, with your heart, and like I say, if you don't like something, don't serve it.
Yeah.
Don't serve it. I mean, everything else too. I mean, you've been trying.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've tried a lot of your food.
like the pastor tacos. I mean, the pastor tacos, man. I don't buy pastor from the store. They already marinate.
Yeah.
I
You do it
marinate it
yourself?
myself. Bistec tacos. I mean, we use flank steak, which is expensive for us.
But
They've been trying to selling me better price. All right, I'll try it. Give me a sample. I'll try side by side with mine.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Just that simple. So if you, because I'm not thinking on saving me money.
Yeah.
I mean, no, and serve bad quality.
Exactly. Yep.
Because what at the end, what is gonna happen to me? I mean, I'm gonna run people out.
Exactly.
And
Quality
it.
matters, and I
Exactly.
think, and that is so. That was one thing. Even my wife and I, after COVID and things started going back to normal, when we were going to even some of the restaurants that we liked, it was like crap. It wasn't good anymore. Service was down. Food quality was down.
Yeah.
And so we stopped going to so many restaurants just because it was like, man, you guys, you set the bar for yourselves.
Yeah.
At least perform that. You know what I mean? So that was the thing that I feel like so many people have lost their restaurant for is because they just didn't want to keep up quality because they were like, well, that's more expensive or that's more this. But I love that you're saying we're willing to eat the cost because our customers and the people who come here every day are worth it. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's like tortillas, homemade corn tortillas. I mean, you had it. I mean, and I think our tortillas, I mean, they don't break that easy.
No.
Like if you go to another
I tried to punch one the other day and it didn't break. I was like, man.
If you go to a lot of the places and then they just fall apart. And ours, they have a secret into it. That's why they don't break. And it's why it's so soft.
Really?
So I'm like, all right. And a lot of people, they're telling me, I mean, oh, your tortillas, your corn tortillas. So, and they make me feel like,
of course.
I did it.
Again, and I think it's great that after almost 40 years of cooking, you know, from a kid, right? It's so easy to be like, well, I'm done. I don't like it anymore. It's boring. It's stressful. But you still have the passion for it. You still, you still have the desire for it.
After all those years, I still. I mean, like I say, I mean, if you start thinking, I want to do a different special, or some want a special, and I was like, all right, grabbing things, thinking things, and I want to come out with more. Once I start getting a pick up a little bit more, I want to start go back and getting specials on the weekends. I have one on mine, and I already did it for my family. I mean, that was chicken, green chili chicken flautas.
Oh, that's the one I missed out on, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, we had it.
Oh, so what? Yeah, there's something y'all did a green chili thing.
Oh, that was the relleno.
The relleno. That's what it was.
Taco. That was a huge taco, man. And then with a Mexican sour cream.
Yeah. Oh man. That is
and
crazy.
there was a green chili season, so you can get.
I know because I think we're out of town, and so when I looked at the message, I was like, no. And I told my wife because she's from New Mexico.
Okay. Oh,
so she likes green chili and all that good stuff. So she's like, next time they do it, we got to be there. And this and that. And that's again, you know, that's one of the things. Even because I already like your food. So when you guys come out with something new, I'm like, sweet, this is gonna be even better. And like literally, I know I message them often when I want the birria nachos. Okay. Because if you're, because you gotta know when they release them. Yeah. That's like the special. Like whenever you guys drop those, I'm like, I gotta be there. You know what I mean?
It's coming back. It's coming back. But like I say, I want whenever it's more busier, that way, I mean, we saw whatever we make. Because if I have queso left over, I'm not saving it for next day. It's trash.
Exactly.
Because they're not going to taste the same. You know, I'm like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, I'm not saving it.
All right, well, let me take the queso on the way home. I'm going to get a bucket and just...
Yeah, so... But you're gonna try this flautas. I mean, this flautas.
Man, well, I mean, the tamales y'all did.
Oh, the tamales also.
Oh, man, those are
good.
so good. And big. I mean, they weren't little flimsy tamales.
That was big. I mean, that was big. I mean, on those, I have a lady and then who was making it for us. And then there was a little too much for her. Yeah. But I try, I mean, first, I have to try myself.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Yep.
If I like
quality
it,
control.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I'm getting it. And like I say, I don't want to serve something.
Is there a dish or a food that you've been wanting to do, or you're kind of like, you know, maybe some spices? I know you did that. The mango,
avocado mango.
There you go. Is there something that like you're like, man, I want to try this, or you're like messing around in the background?
I mean, sometimes I'm messing back there. I mean, I know like for ourselves.
For you, yeah.
So when
The secret menu?
Yes, I mean, when my son Alex, he was here, and sometimes I was making stuff. All right, let me make it the bistela mexicana. But that was for us, man. I was throwing a lot of peppers in there. We were eating a taco and we were sweating. Like, I love spice.
I love spice. You know I love spice.
I love spice.
I'm always getting the hottest sauce, man. I
love spice. You know, I mean, so he gave me one sauce. He ordered it online. They called the bomb.
That's my favorite.
And I finished that. But it's hot.
It's hot, and it doesn't taste good.
They don't have good flavor.
Nope.
No.
I use that as my ketchup.
Yeah.
So like I put it on the side of the plate and I'll dip my fries or my chicken in it. My wife thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I tell her, I'm like, it's really good. It just doesn't taste. It doesn't have a good flavor to it.
No good flavor.
Yeah.
That's what I tell him right when I try it. They don't have flavor, but I like the spice.
Yeah. Well, what's the one you had? The habanero one?
The orange.
The orange one.
The orange is a lot of people think it's habanero, but it's arbol peppers.
Really?
The dry arbol pepper.
Wow.
The same peppers we use for the matcha for the chili oil.
They're that spicy? Really?
I put a bunch.
Okay. You're like, I know.
Because I feel like if you eating a taco with a salsa, it's not a spicy, it's not a taco.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I mean, they have to have a kick to it.
Yeah.
If you don't like spicy, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit, that's it.
Well, and I was going to say,
Yeah.
it's so good. That's the thing I love about that sauce is that it tastes good. And that's the one thing that I tell people all the time when it comes to spice.
Yeah.
I'll eat it if it's hot, but I'm only going to eat it once or twice.
Yeah,
but if you make something that's spicy and it tastes good.
And tastes good, exactly.
To me, that shows the skill of a good chef.
Yeah.
Because you're not just putting all the peppers in there for the spice, but then you don't know how to balance it out.
Yeah.
You know how to do both. It's like, we have the spice, but let's bring up the sweetness and the flavors and all that.
It's like the one, I don't know if you tried it. The one, I tell you that I just come out with that one, that's tomatillo jalapeno.
Yeah. That was
too.
good. That was good.
I mean, I didn't like the other one, so I decided like.
I mean, again,
that's out.
I literally like everything you cook.
I mean, that's out.
So you tell me I'm not doing this. I'm like, well, whatever else you are doing, I'm sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So I did that, and I did tasting and this and this. No, it's missing something else. All right, I'm gonna add this. No, maybe they be a little too spicy for I cut it down on that. That one has a little bit of habanero.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, and then I added the tomatillos. I was that way kind of bitter from the tomatillos and all the stuff, and also creamy. That's what I like. The creamy too. The other one that
not
was
too watery, nice and thick.
The other one that was too watery, so I didn't even like it myself too much. Like. No, all right. I'm changing it. Sorry, customers, but I'm changing it.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm sure you're gonna like this one better.
I did. I tried it. Yeah. I dipped it. Yep.
And I already have some regulars. I mean, I was give it to them and try it. Let me know. Be honest. Let me know.
And that's the other thing, right? It's you know your regulars to know who to recommend.
Oh, yeah.
Know you like this, hey, here and there.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, that's where being someone in the community is so important, right? Like you're not just big chain, go through a drive-through, pick it up, whatever, here you go. It's like you get to see the face, you get to have the conversation, you have these relationships, and that's ultimately what runs a business is those relationships.
I mean, make feel the people feel like they are like part of their community, part of their family. You know, it's what that matters.
Man.
Another thing. I'm sure, I don't know if you've been noticed. Another thing, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. So the tacos, the reason why we serve the tacos on a box, I don't like the foil, like wrapping it around.
Yep, because it gets wet.
One is that, and the most important thing, it's people, customers, they first they eat with the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they unwrap a taco on a foil, they don't look good at all.
Squished.
Yes.
Messy.
You don't see it. That was my whole point on that. I said, we're going to use boxes for the tacos. The only tacos we wrap is the breakfast, which for me makes totally sense. The cheese get all melted and all this stuff. But all the other tacos, it's on a box.
There's a method to the madness.
Yes. I mean, because, like I say, people, they eat with the eyes first. Yes. If you unwrap a taco, I mean, and all this.
Look at man, y'all learning the secrets. Y'all learning the secrets. Well, and that was, you know, and again, it's funny that you say that because I was going to say something and I was like, eh. But now that you say that, the fact that even when I take the food home, the birria tacos are still crunchy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, to me, those are the important things when it comes to food. And knowing that I can pick up, go home, and food quality doesn't go down just because it's
still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. I mean, but still, to be honest with you, still, I've been taking some food home for myself, and I was, I need to do something about this. But it's hard.
Yeah.
Really hard to really like get it exactly if you eating here.
Oh yeah, there's no substitute.
Everywhere,
everywhere
you go.
Yeah.
I mean, but I was like,
and you know, it's funny because there's been a few spots where my wife and I have like ordered food from, and we didn't like, but I would tell her that I'm like, well, we ordered it to go.
Yeah.
It was a 30-minute, you know, traffic in Austin. It's a 45-minute drive home. So it's like I'm not gonna knock them for the food not being the best because I didn't eat it there.
Exactly.
But you know, it's but that's good that you're even keeping that in mind for your customers and saying, hey, rather than wrapping it, your experience will be better if it's in a box. Yes. So for the sake of the experience, the box.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like the tacos, I don't have a problem with the tacos. But the quesadillas is like, I take an order for myself the other day. I got home, I was like, I need to do something about it. Yeah. But I mean, I'm gonna say, I mean, I've been thinking, even this poker holes with the knife on top.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, maybe that helps. But then we put it in a bag, we take the bag, and all the steam stays there. But maybe that helps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that.
See, what you got to do is now put your culinary skills to inventing this new technology.
I mean,
that's gonna keep food nice and crispy and hot.
Exactly. Yes.
You're gonna be in a lab with a lab coat. You're like, no, not this one, not this one. Man.
Yeah.
Well, Ciro, it's been so great hearing your story. And you know, that's one of the reasons, again, I wanted to do this, just because I feel like so many people can come in and visit, see your smile, taste your food, and then walk away and just be like, well, that guy's a great guy. Yeah. But I think what also adds a lot to not just yourself, but your business is everything you've been through, right? How you said you go into your food, your heart, your desire, your passion. That's why your food tastes good. But it's not like that just came out of nowhere, right? It's been almost 40 years of cooking and constantly doing all these things. And I love that even after all that time, you still, one, have your passion for your food, but you're still willing to learn and create new things. Yeah.
I mean, it's how I like to do things, man. And it's like, I send my daughter to shopping. Yeah. I said, avocados, make sure they feel like this. Mangoes, make sure.
Wow.
She don't like that. I'm sorry, but and then if she brings something, what you bring?
No.
If it's not what don't bring it.
That's the way my wife is. She's like, make sure you get this. Don't get this one. And I'm just like,
we can find it somewhere else. I mean, we find it somewhere else.
Wow.
I mean, that's how I do it. But David, I appreciate it.
Ciro, I appreciate you, my man. And like I said,
you're doing this, and I really appreciate that.
And like I said, you know, I really just want to highlight you and your business and just what you guys do here, because, like I said, I know that good food isn't done by mistake, right? There's a purpose behind it, and I think exactly what you guys are doing here is awesome, and that's why I literally tell every single person about you guys. Like, you don't know how many people I tell about you guys where I'm like, you haven't been to CJ's? What's wrong with you? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, and like, even I would say even now to this point, like you guys feel like family. We come almost on a monthly basis. We bring the kids, they play, we eat, you know, and I feel like, you know, you could only get that kind of service when it is stuff like this, right? If you are in a fast food chain or doing this, doing that, like nobody cares, you're a nobody, and it's just like you're just another number.
Oh yeah.
But here you get to be a person and you get to taste the food that was meant for you, right? And so
exactly.
CJ, CJ,
man,
I appreciate you, my man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all so much. Well,
thank you,
I hope y'all had an amazing time hearing Ciro's story. It was phenomenal. I hope y'all get inspired. More than anything, come down here and try his food because it is delicious. Until next time, see y'all later. Peace out.
Thank you, Dave.
My man.